Okay, hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about social interactions and also about small talks regarding our Mandarin course. So first of all, Mandarin is a tonal language. These are some of the most unique facts about the uniqueness of Mandarin language itself. So Mandarin is a tonal language where the pitch or intonation used can change the meaning of the word completely. So this is a fundamental part of pronunciation and comprehension. And Mandarin has no verb conjugations or plurals, making grammar structurally different from like European languages and often simpler in form but complex in usage. So let's start with the small talk kind of thing and how to maintain that kind of scenario. So first of all, you have to begin with simple and polite questions like "你好吗," meaning how are you? Or you can also use an expression like 最近怎么样, which means how have you been doing recently or how have you been recently? So this is another way to put it. And then you can show interest in some other person's life with safe topics like weather. So for weather, you have a scenario like 今天天气不错, which means the weather is very nice today, or the daily routines. So keep it friendly and not too personal at first. So when you are interacting or meeting someone for the very first time, you would definitely prefer it to keep it more on the friendlier side rather than being too personal at first. The other person may not feel very comfortable with that kind of approach. So it's important to keep and maintain that distance that doesn't harm the secrecy or like the privacy of that person. So we have a short example here. In that case, we have person A and person B. So person A says 你好,最近怎么样? So hello, how are you doing recently? And the person B answers him by saying 我很好, I'm doing very well. 谢谢, thank you. 你呢? And what about you? So this is the reply, and then person A says, 我也很好, I am also doing very well. 今天天气真好. So the weather is very good today. 真好 means really good, or 真 generally is an expression that is extracted from the word 真的, which means really or real. So 今天 means today, and 天气 means weather. So he's asking a question. In other sense, 今天天气真好,isn't that the case? So 不是吗 is more like isn't that the case? So he thinks that the weather is very good today, but he's trying to uh, like know the opinion of the other person, like what is the view of the other person regarding the weather. So that's why he's trying to confirm. And then person B says 是啊, it's just as you say, 这个季节最舒服了. 这个季节 means this season. 最舒服 means it's very comfortable and it's very soothing or giving you a like feeling or sense of relaxation in other sense. So that's why he says yes. It's just like you said, this kind of season is it's kind of very relaxing and it's very good. In other sense, sufu means something that is very convenient or comfortable in other sense. So person A says 你周末多做了什么? 周末 means the weekend, which includes Saturday and Sunday in most of the cases. So 你周末多做了什么 means what did you do on your weekend or during the weekend? So person B replies by saying 我去了公园散步. 公园 means park and 散步 means for walk or doing the steps. So in other sense, 我去了公园散步. So I went to park for like walk and 还看了一部电影 and also watched a movie. And then 很放松. So I was very relaxed in other sense. And then you have some of the other expressions here. Have you eaten? Which means 吃了吗? Have you eaten? And then I haven't eaten. 我还没吃. May is a sign of negation being used in this particular sentence or expression. So 我还没吃 means I haven't eaten anything yet. And Nina, what about you? Nina is often used uh, corresponding to a question that is like already asked in that same particular scenario, just like we have chilama means I have eaten. So the question is already there and question is understood only in that case where the question is already there and understood before. So instead of trying to repeat the same question, what we do, we simply uh, put it like this, and what it does, it substitutes that question in a short form like this. So the question is automatically understood, and it's like used in those circumstances or scenarios where both parties that are communicating between each other, they know very well about this thing. Okay, so that is the reason why we end up using these kind of expressions. So in this case, both parties know very well that Trilama is already being used there, so that's why they substitute it with the question particle like this, because it is sort of a elliptical question particle where it doesn't carry any meaning on its own, but it can be used as a substitute question particle in a way that it replaces the same question in short form like this, where you don't have to explain or even uh, write or say the same sentence again. So it's very handy in these kind of situations to use this kind of expression. And then what's your name? 你叫什么名字?什么 means what and 名字 is name. 叫 means to call or to be called. So 你叫什么名字? What is your name? And my name is 我叫 and then your name comes after that. So what you say 我叫 and then you write your name. And then you have where are you from? 你从哪儿来? Where are you from? 从 means from, 哪儿 where, and 来 means to come. So 你从哪儿来? Where are you from or where do you come from? And then you have another simple expression like 多少钱, which means how much money. In other sense, 钱 is money and 多少 means how much. And then you have long time no see. So long time no see, 好久不见. Long time no see, it's an expression that is used in this kind of scenario. So 好久不见. And then you have 真的吗, which means really. And then wait a minute, which is simply 等一下, 等 means to wait, 一下 for a moment, okay? For a moment, for a minute, or situation like that, okay? So next we have the slide about discussing the weather. So to discuss weather casually in Mandarin, you can start with simple and polite phrases. Mandarin speakers often use weather as a neutral and friendly way to begin conversations, especially with people they don't know very well. It's also common in daily chats among colleagues or neighbors. So here are some key expressions. 今天天气很好. The weather is very nice or very good today. And then you have the next one. 今天天气怎么样? How is the weather today? And then you have the next expression. 下雨了.下雨了 means it's raining. 别忘了带伞. 别忘了带伞. So don't forget to take your umbrella with you. 带 means to take and 忘 means to forget. 忘了 means to forget, and 别 means don't in this kind of scenario. And san is a word that is extracted from the word yusan, which means umbrella. So don't forget to take your umbrella. It's raining today. And then you have the next one. 明天会很冷. Tomorrow it will be very cold. So 明天会很冷. Tomorrow it will be very cold. And then you have the next expression, which is 最近天气变化很大. The weather has been changing a lot lately. So this is the expression that is used in other sense, where you feel that the weather is like changing constantly, and there's no consistency in the weather. Sometimes it's hot, and sometimes it's warm, and sometimes it's like cold and very freezy or breezy kind of situation. So that is where you use an expression like this. 最近天气变化很大. 变化 means change. Okay, 很大 means to be very big or a lot. 最近 means recently. Okay, 天气 we already know it means weather. So for the next slides, it will be like some important discussion of like hobbies, like talking about hobbies is a great way to connect with those others and share your personal interests in Mandarin. You can ask about someone's hobbies or describe your own hobbies using simple sentence patterns and common verbs. Here are some of the useful expressions that you can use. 你要什么爱好？爱好 means hobbies. 有 means to have. 什么 means what. So what are your hobbies? 什么 again here is a question particle. 你有什么爱好 What are your hobbies? 我的爱好是看书。是 means to be, or is, am, or to be kind of expression here. So 我的爱好，我的 means mine or my. 爱好 then again hobbies 是看书，看书 means reading books. Or, so my hobby is reading book or reading books. So this is what he's trying to say. And then you have next expression, I like listening to music and jogging. So 我喜欢 means to like, 我 means I. 我喜欢听音乐，听 means to listen. 音乐 is music. 和 and, so the conjunction and is there, which is 和。跑步 means to do jogging or running. Okay, so 我喜欢听音乐和跑步. So I like listening to music and jogging. And then you have some of the cultural nuances in Mandarin politeness and formality. So use nin for formal situations and elders, reserve ni for close friends or peers, and always greet with the ni hao or nin hao when starting a conversation or entering a room. So conversation etiquette, it's like conversations are typically indirect and respectful. Avoid using sensitive or political topics at first. Pauses or silence in conversations are like normal in this kind of culture and can reflect thoughtfulness or politeness. Personal space. So personal space is also something very important in the culture itself. So what we do in personal space, maintain modest distance during interactions, and also physical contact is like usually limited in public interactions, and also handshakes are common. Informal settings, although we can say that hugging or like touching is rare unless close friends or family members. So try to avoid that in normal circumstances. And then you have we have an activity about like making a small talk in Mandarin with a stranger in your office, because it's like discussing your weekend plans or like activities with your friends and asking some basic questions to your friends and know more about them. Okay, so this was pretty much it for today that we had to learn. Okay, so this is the end of our lesson for today. So hoping to see you next time. And till then, it's goodbye from my side. And happy learning Mandarin. And see you soon. See you next week, hopefully.